What's up, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing this channel's very first hardware review, and I thought what better way to kick this off than going over a KeepKey hardware wallet. So for those of you that aren't familiar with cold storage yet, it differs a lot from software wallets when it comes to security because access is limited unless the device is plugged in. It's also small enough that you can store safely in a deposit box or a home safe. Right, you don't have to try and fit a laptop into your home safe now. You can just put one of these little hardware wallet keys in there and you're good to go. In order for you to send funds from your hardware wallet, it needs to be physically attached to a computer that has supporting interface software. But you can receive funds at any time using your pre-generated wallet addresses, just as you would with any other software wallet. And I say that because not a lot of people know that. A lot of people think that you need to have your hardware wallet plugged in order to send and receive. That's just not true. You only need to plug it in when you want to send. This is what makes them more secure than any other wallet because you're literally in control of when your funds can be withdrawn or sent. Yeah, I mean it's possible to be scammed, not with KeepKey, but with any hardware wallet, right? If you're buying it from, say, like a shady third-party vendor on eBay, right? Even there's some shady third-party vendors on Amazon as well. Or someone has access to your recovery words, and we're going to touch on that a bit more later in the video when we get to that point. But long story short, I do not recommend anyone buying a hardware wallet from anyone but the manufacturer themselves. So you're going to want to come right on over to keepkey.com and use the Buy Now button, or if you're a Prime member and you insist on using Amazon for the fast shipping, use the Amazon link here. Okay, they do have their own distribution set up on Amazon. It can be trusted. Okay, don't use anybody else. Now, I guess there are some people out there that would be wondering why they would want a hardware wallet versus a software wallet. Like I said, I guess the first thing would be security, but more importantly, long-term storage. Getting your funds off the exchanges, right? Because you should never leave what you can't afford to lose on an online exchange unless you understand the risks. The risk being the exchange shuts down, it disappears, or it gets hacked. So even if you're not going to use a hardware wallet, use a software wallet. If you can't afford a hardware wallet, use a software wallet. Just get your funds off of an exchange if you don't plan on trading with them. Okay, that's my personal recommendation. You don't have to listen to a word I'm saying. You keep them on there for all I care. But I've heard countless stories of people losing their money, right? Or they're unable to withdraw their funds, or they lose their phone. They don't know how to reset their 2FA. I could go on. I'm a moderator and an admin in many crypto forums and social media groups on Reddit and Discord, and I have countless stories of people that have lost their investments. Okay, so get your money off the exchanges if you can, right? Unless you're trading with it, then go ahead and leave it on there. Because most people don't know that the exchange holds your private keys on your behalf, right? Meaning they literally own and control access to your wallet. Right? Think of it as a courtesy wallet. It's never meant to be used permanently, only to hold your funds that you plan on trading with within a small period of time. Going back to security for a second. So even if you're accessing your coins every other week, right? It's still good to know your funds are secure even if your personal computer isn't, right? That's the flip side. You get a software wallet and your computer's been compromised with a Trojan, a keylogger, or maybe even pick up some sort of ransomware. You can pretty well kiss your crypto goodbye with a software wallet. You can set up a PIN on a lot of these wallets now, like Jax, and I'm not sure if Exodus does it, but I know Jax will do a PIN. But what good is that if somebody's got a keylogger on your computer, right? It's not that way with the hardware wallets. They have anti-keylogger protection on these things, my understanding. It's pretty cool. I'm not exactly 100% sure how that works yet, but we're going to find out because we're going to go through the setup of this hardware wallet together. So today I'm more or less just doing an overview, and I'm going to do an unboxing. In video 2, we'll be setting up some pre-generated wallet addresses. So let's take a look at it on the website here. So keepkey.com. You come on over here. You can get the specs. You can get the facts. Lots of reviews. I ran across KeepKey in a one-off random post, and I came on over to the website. I checked them out. I read the reviews, and it piqued my interest. I started digging into them, started looking into them, asking questions, reaching out to support. Right now they support Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, but they have an update coming out here within the next week, 2 weeks. It's an ERC 20 update, currently in beta, soon to be released. 28 more token options. So that's fantastic. You got the buy now button. They support PayPal, credit card, Bitcoin. You can even purchase it, like I said, on Amazon. If you follow the Amazon link here, it'll take you right to their distribution page. You can see it's from KeepKey. If you're interested in the specs, so USB HID. Basically, my understanding is you don't need to have drivers. I mean, once you plug this in, it's recognized like a keyboard and a mouse. So it should just get picked up. We're gonna go over that and find out pretty soon. Oh yeah, that's something else as well. The KeepKey's firmware is 100% open source. So it is possible to go and check out the source code, and you can even come up with your own modified version, right? But there's some firmware, some sort of firmware signing that goes on these KeepKeys. My understanding is if I sideload my own firmware onto this KeepKey, when I boot it, it'll come up with a warning saying that it's not KeepKey's default firmware. So that's fantastic. I mean, if you are buying one of these somehow off of eBay and you start seeing that warning, you're going to want to make sure that you wipe it and get the original firmware put back onto it. So get a hold of the KeepKey support would be my recommendation. Okay, and if there's any interest out there, I mean, I can look into it and see how we can do that. I mean, we can play with this thing here and see what we can do with it. Maybe in some future videos. What else is there? Quickly touch on this. Yeah, right here. Doesn't require drivers. So it works with the Chrome app. We're going to go over the Chrome app today. We'll plug it in and we'll get the Chrome app installed because I actually want to see how this thing gets picked up in that Chrome app. And it also works with Electrum and Multibit HD, which are, you can get these on your Android phone. I also believe Mycelium works. So I'm not going to go into this a whole lot because, there's no sense in me just sitting here reading what's on their website. Come to keepkey.com and check them out yourself. Okay? So let's unbox this baby, eh? All right. So first things first, I guess I'll apologize for the setup. I've got a single HD, a 1080 HD camera sitting about 15 inches above this mounted on my AmScope microscope. And I'm doing this hardware review on a silicone heat pad. This is my workspace when I'm working on like logic boards and stuff, which is something that I do in my spare time. So I tried to get multiple webcams to work with this new software Camtasia that I've been playing with, and unfortunately I couldn't get it to support dual webcams. So you're gonna have to bear with me on this one until I get a better setup. If we have any focusing issues, I also apologize for that. I promise I'll try and get this thing to focus in every once in a while. You know how webcams are. Um, yeah. So anyways, let's get started. So initial impression, packaged extremely well. Obviously, it didn't come just like this. It showed up in a small brown box um, with bubble wrap around it, and I would say that it was very secure in packaging. But more importantly, um, it showed up in less than a week, which is insane, right? I mean, I've heard horror stories from people buying hardware keys from other vendors, and there was just one yesterday in a forum. A fella had bought another hardware key from another vendor that I won't bother flaming, but he bought it early March, and he still hasn't received it, and he hasn't heard back from support at all. He's a bit worried. I mean, I sent him over to KeepKey, told him, try and get a refund through PayPal or credit card. He hasn't received his product yet, so get a refund and go and get a KeepKey, because this thing, once the order was submitted, this showed up in less than a week. They're located in the U.S. So for you Prime members, you'll notice when earlier they had an Amazon distribution. You guys will probably get it even sooner, but I'm in Canada and they're in the US, and this showed up, I kid you not, in about 4 days, which is insane, having to go through our customs. So anyways, let's take a look at this. So if you've managed to pick one of these up on eBay prior to watching my video, and you haven't opened it yet, or you did open it, but you noticed when you opened it and the tamper sticker was cut, you're probably going to want to check on your key, see if you get that warning that I was talking about earlier. Make sure that you haven't got somebody that's put their own firmware on there or compromised it somehow. You may even want to reset it, but just saying. Anyways, let's take a look at this. See what we got. It's actually a pretty quality box. So let's see here. Is it magnetic? Oh, it's magnetic. Nice. So far, overall quality of the packaging is fantastic. This actually has a little bit of weight to it. So it's got an aluminum body on here with an LCD display. It's not super heavy, but I mean it feels like it's got some quality behind it. You just got those things. You just feel them and you're like, yeah, that's nice. I get that. Yeah, that this is nice feeling from this. So that's the KeepKey itself. It's got a looks like a mini USB port there. It's got a single button. That seems to be about it. It's got a scratch sticker on the front here. We can remove that. Don't want that getting in the way. That's pretty sticky. I wouldn't say sticky, but it's definitely on there pretty good. It's a nice size display. It'll be interesting to see this when it's all lit up. KeepKey card. So this is the card that you would write your recovery sentence on. Your recovery words. You'll have 12 of them. Hopefully you can see this and it's in focus. If not, I apologize. You only get one chance to unbox. So limited warranty and regulatory compliance. You guys can read that on your own. I'm not going to bother reading that. It's going to be the same as any other product. and the cable. Wow. For those of you that are familiar with cable modders, they make custom PC cables. This reminds me of cable modders. This is a nice cable. I like this. I might even use this on another device I have in not a hardware wallet, but another Android device I have in the meantime while I'm not using the hardware wallet, because this is pretty slick. It's got like a fabric coating on here. And that's it. I like that box. I mean, if you're going to put this in your safe, you could put it back in the box and put it in your safe, or you can just put it in your safe like this. It's pretty simple. So there was no instruction manual in here. You'll notice that when I opened up the lid, it actually showed the website, keepkey.com, get started. So we're going to head over to this website. I'll actually punch this address in so that you can see it. I already took a sneak peek at it just to get an idea of the Chrome add-on that it wanted me to get. And then we're going to go and download the Chrome add-on onto this PC. And then we're going to plug this into the computer and see it light up for the first time. And then I think that's where I'm going to end it, because it's already almost 12:30 a.m. here. And I've got to work in the morning, but I'll do a video to a follow-up on generating pre-generated wallet addresses. And I may even do a third video, I'm thinking already. I was kind of brainstorming a little bit, but I may even see, like, this thing is supposed to be not necessarily tamper-proof, because I mean, obviously you can write your own firmware to it, but apparently it's resistant to keyloggers and stuff. And I might even try that and just see what happens. What happens in a test environment with a keylogger when you actually go to use this thing? What kind of output does the keylogger pick up? That might be a good one, for a third video. We can play around with that for anybody that's interested. If you're interested in, let me know. And definitely, you're going to want to subscribe if you're going to want to see that one, because that should be a good one. All right, so I've gone ahead and punched in the keepkey.com get started address that came on the inside of this lid here, and this is the page that you get greeted with. So let's just go through this page here together. So we're going to download the KeepKey Client app from the Chrome Web Store. So I would recommend clicking on this link, because when I initially came to before I had this this device here, like I said, I was checking it out, went to the get started because there was a link to it on the facts page, and I typed in KeepKey Client in the Chrome Web Store, and for some reason it wasn't coming up, right? Like, it comes up, but it didn't work for me earlier. So let's try this. KeepKey, all right, it shows up right there. Boom. Not there. But if you use the link, you can see that it's actually there. Weird, eh? So I'm not too sure what's going on with that, but use the link on the get started page. So we're going to go ahead and add this to Chrome, and I'm okay with it accessing USB. And it looks like that is the client there. So no KeepKey detected. Okay, that's good. Let's bring that back up. Let's see what happens when we plug this in. So I should still have the webcam hooked up here. So let's plug this into the computer. Take our fancy cable, plug it in. Oh, look at that. Firmware update available. Okay, lights up. Try and straighten that up for you. Okay. So unplug your KeepKey, then hold down the button while plugging it in to start the firmware update. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's unplug it again. There's a fairly good chance you guys are going to have to do this as well when you get it. So we're going to hold down the button. We're going to plug it in. And now we see that we have an update firmware button here. So let's click on that. And we want to confirm. No, I don't have it. Oh, you got to hold the button down to agree. Okay, that's good. As for the wait, I guess the nice thing about using Camtasia is there might be a way that I can speed this up. So if this turns out to be a few minutes, then you'll obviously be watching this and fast forward. Look at that, it was complete. That didn't take long at all. Please disconnect and reconnect. Needs to be initialized. Oh, you can give it a name. All right, so we'll just say my KeepKey. I mean, you can call this KeepKey 1, KeepKey 2. I guess if you're gonna store your crypto on a few of them, we'll set the label. Choose a pin for your KeepKey. Oh, okay. So let's set a pin. This can be a temporary one. We'll change it later. So on this, yeah, you'll see on the screen, I'm doing 2-1. We'll do 7-5. And re-enter the pin. Oh, see, it scrambles the numbers. That's nice. 2, 1, 7, 5. And I bet you that's the security they're talking about with the keylogger, because you're actually not actually like keying anything and you're clicking. You can't even see. So if there's some sort of screen capture on here, you wouldn't be able to see it. And it's showing you the numbers here and they're randomly changing. That's nice. Confirm pin. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and look at these. Actually, no, I'll probably fuzz these out. This is the recovery sentence that it gives me. I'm going to end up resetting it after this video, but I'm going to leave this for now because I want to learn how to use Camtasia to basically fade things out, you know, kind of like put a smoke screen over them so you can't see, so that I can get into some of the API stuff when it comes to the bots. But this is where you would write down your recovery sentence. And I'm going to be lazy, and I do not recommend absolutely anybody does this. But I'm going to take a picture with my phone because I don't want to write these down right now. But you write them down. Don't be lazy like me. Like I said, I'm going to redo this thing. So yeah, we'll allow. Okay, sorry for the intrusion of my phone here, but all right, let's make sure that's good. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're going to hold the button down. We got our words. And that's it. Wow. That was easy. It's already set up to receive Bitcoin, and you can do your transactions. And you can add account, where you can choose a different kind of cryptocurrency. I can't wait till they come out with the ERC20 update, so I'm probably going to have to do another firmware update when that comes out, but 28 new options is just fantastic. Yeah, I have faith in them that they'll continue expanding on their wallet options. Anyways, guys, this is the setup of the KeepKey, plugging it in. I mean, that didn't take very long. What, a few minutes? and that included a firmware update. So I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, we're going to go into a second video, and maybe we'll actually transfer some funds in and some funds out just to see how that kind of works in video number 2. And like I said, video number 3, we'll take a look. I mean, I'm still curious. I may want to try the keylogger anyways, just to see, like I said, what sort of output you get, just to satisfy my own curiosity. You know, it might be about a month away. I've got a couple other videos lined up, going back to the crypto trading bots. I've kind of laid off those for a couple weeks. I took a vacation, went to Cuba, and I've been busy at work. Just haven't had a chance to create more content on the trading bots, but should become something coming soon, right? I still got a Hasbot video to come out with and the Gunbot setup that I promised you guys. Show you how to get those back up and running. So anyways, I'm going to call her quits, head to bed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.